Today I'll be demonstrating how EdPuzzle and ThingLink could be used in a 9th grade biology classroom. The first tool I'm going to show is EdPuzzle. EdPuzzle allows you to find videos from all over the web, including YouTube, crop the video to the length that you need, and then add questions that can check students' understanding of what they're watching. I like to use videos at the beginning of a unit to set students up with an idea of what we'll be studying, but also provide them with some visuals that I can refer back to as we're studying that material through other modes. For example, I could use a video on cell cycle on mitosis that I could originally find on YouTube. I can search within EdPuzzle's database, find this video, and use it to add into my content library. I actually like the full length of this video, but if I wanted to, I could crop the video to whatever length if I just wanted a specific section of it. I can edit the video so that I have audio that goes over part of the video. For example, if there's terms in here that students may not be familiar with, I can add in a quick little audio track to explain what that terms means so that students can comprehend the video better. I can also add in quizzes, and this I think is the most powerful part of EdPuzzle. So for example, I can add a quiz just by clicking on this button anywhere in the time sequence of this video. I can test a student's understanding of what they just saw in the video through a variety of formats. I can have an open-ended question, for example, why does DNA, or what happens to DNA? Hit save. I can add a different type of question that is maybe multiple choice based. And then I can also just have students comment on the video. So EdPuzzle is powerful because it allows students to be watching a completely self-guided video independently. This could, while some students are watching the video, enable the teacher to work with other students on a different task. I like the idea of using this in a lesson where students may need to be reading and comprehending a challenging text. I could set some students up with an EdPuzzle and work with a smaller group of students just on the reading. I did that in my lesson that I taught in class, and I thought that that was a very successful model. I can share to students through Google Classroom, through the Finish button, and each student has access to this video on their own device. The second tool I would use is ThingLink. ThingLink allows you to annotate pictures with either notes or actually link to a video or another image. So it basically embeds a picture with more information for students to explore. You could also use ThingLink to have students demonstrate their understanding of what is happening in an image, and I'll be showing this option. So in a unit on photosynthesis, I could check that students understand what's being demonstrated in this image through a ThingLink. For example, I could share this image with students and ask them to put it in a ThingLink and then annotate what is happening with each one of these steps. So for example, to check that students understand what's happening at step 1, I could require that they add an annotation. Over here, they could link to an image or another website, but to make things simple, they could simply just put in text. So if they understand this image correctly, they would write something like this. Photons excite electrons and allow electrons to move down the electron transport chain. Over here, I might ask them to annotate and describe what is happening with this pink arrow showing the hydrogen ions, and they should write something like this. Hydrogen ions are passing through proteins from the stroma to the thylakoid space. At the end, students would have a fully annotated diagram that they could look back later for studying. I also think that this is a great tool for assessing students' understanding of an image. In 9th grade biology, it would be far too complex to require students to completely draw this process on their own. That would be a bit too advanced. However, I want to make sure that students are comprehending what information they're getting from this visual image. That is something they should be capable of doing and a skill that I'd like to practice. So I could have students complete a ThingLink, they could submit it to me, and then I could see whether or not they understand what's happening in this diagram. So those are two ways in which I can use technology in a 9th grade biology classroom, either by setting students up with a video they can watch independently that can check understanding and serve as a good tool for assessment. I can also have students on the more interactive sequence, part of a unit sequence, be creating and annotating an image that I can use for assessment as well.